Tonight, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy saying he would be open to restarting dialogue with President Trump and is ready to sign a critical minerals deal with the U.S. This after Zelenskyy turned his focus toward more than a dozen European leaders.
This is a once-in-a-generation moment for the security of Europe.
French President Emmanuel Macron and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announcing today they will now work on a draft Ukraine-Russia peace proposal.
We've agreed that the UK, France and others will work with Ukraine on a plan to stop the fighting. Then we'll discuss that plan with the United States.
The meeting comes after Friday's contentious Oval Office exchange.
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying the U.S. hasn't communicated with Ukraine since Friday. And two White House officials tell NBC News Trump is considering withholding any future military and financial aid.
That's what Zelenskyy did, unfortunately, is he found every opportunity to try to Ukraine-splain on every issue.
The contrast in Europe's approach, stark. Starmer saying he told Trump by phone this weekend about Europe's plans to now take the lead in initiating a deal. A spokesperson for the Kremlin in remarks published today hailing Trump's skepticism of the current world order, saying, quote, the new administration is rapidly changing all foreign policy configurations. This largely coincides with our vision. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy blasting the White House's handling of negotiations.
Now the White House has become an arm of the Kremlin.
Meanwhile, Vice President Vance's ski trip to Vermont drawing hundreds of demonstrators, some holding Ukrainian flags in support of the country. Americans now also fractured over the path forward, as some congressional Republicans increasingly question Zelenskyy.
Either he needs to come to his senses and come back to the table in gratitude, or someone else needs to lead the country to do that.
Vaughn Hilliard is joining us near the president's Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. And Vaughn, all of this comes as the president prepares for a big speech to the nation this week.
Hallie, that's right. We expect the president to address the war during that speech to Congress, but his own national security advisor just today expressed skepticism that the U.S. could get Russia and Ukraine both back to the negotiating table. Hallie?
Vaughn Hilliard.